Hey everybody, how's it going? Web C here, and today we're just going to do a quick little tutorial on how to remove seam lines from your gunpla. What a seam line is right there. Do you see that line, that dark line? Well, no matter how much you push your gunpla together, you're going to end up with that seam line. So today, we're going to work on taking that out. So the first thing we got to do is we want to separate our part again. Now that we know where the seam line is that we want to fix, it's right here. It's this seam line. So this is the only seam that we're going to fix. This seam line isn't up here. It's hidden inside of a recess, and this is hidden behind a part. So we don't really have to worry about this part, this side of the seam. But we do need to get the whole part off and get it all set up to go. So what that means is we're gonna, all right, sweet, it came apart just the way I'd liked. All right, so we're going to leave this alone. We're not going to mess with this at all. The insides stay just the way they are. Now on this piece here, we are going to take and put some my new seam glue right here. Now here it is. Let me show you this is how liquidy it is. It's like a glue. It's not really a putty or a paste. So when you use this product, that's not a label. That's just from the hobby store. When you use this product, you're gonna wait 12 to 24 hours for the product to cure. That's why I did a few pieces ahead of time. So let's get this other part open and ready to go as well. Sweet, everything stayed on one side. Now this side, we're gonna have to do both parts, like the whole seam, all the way around. Okay, so for this first one, here's a stick. I carved it. It's kind of got a shape to it under the dirtiness. There we go. It's kind of got a shape to it. So it helps you line the stuff in. So here's the stuff. I recommend a well ventilated area. This stuff is a bit smelly. Of course, it's made with plastic cement. Always give it a stir before you use it. So if you've made the putty before with super thin cement and plastic runner parts, what we're looking for here is probably a reduced ratio of plastic to glue. So I put probably twice as much glue as I normally would for the plastic I used, which creates a thinner solution, but it helps. Okay, so here we go. We're mixed, we're ready to go. This happens real fast, so we're just gonna put a line on it. And there we go. You might want to, towards the ends there, give them a little bit more. Now, we're going to take this piece, we're going to line it up carefully with all its fence, and then we'll push it together. And that's how you know you created the perfect seam line right there, is if it bubbles out just like that. Next, we will take our handy dandy clamps and we will clamp it. These are pretty strong clamps, so we don't want to move too much. All right, here's a clamp that has a part in it that's been curing for over 12 hours. So let's give this a quick sand. All right, so you see these blue lines? These blue lines are hold on, let's get this done real quick. Just reminded me I have two parts. Let's get this second part done, and then we'll close this glue up because it smells. It's distracting. That's how much it smells. The glue does run a bit, so you want to hold your part, flat and level. Make sure you get enough on those corner spots. Remember, anything that looks like excess will come out. Alright. There we go. And we'll take a clamp. We'll clamp it. And then it has a nice spot to rest. Alright. Let's close this glue up now. Wipe as much of that off as you can back into the bottle. That stuff will just take the bottle, go like that. It'll just run right back down. Alright, that's done. Now we're going to look at this part. Alright, so this part right here, we're going to take all our handy dandy little, we'll start off with like a 600 grit. And we'll just give it a gentle rub. I do have a special blade. It's called a seam master. Just to help assist with some of those more portly chunks. Remember, we're not going perfect. This is 600 grit, so we're going to have a few more grits of paper to go through. We're just trying to clean it up a bit, make it look neato burrito. I love saying neato burrito. We'll have to go down a little bit. A more coarser grit prevents you from pushing the glue around and actually just sands the glue off. And with the way I did it, you should be left with that faint line. Alright, if we go back with 600 again. These are old sanding sticks, which is just fine. Using older sticks, waste up that material on those sandpapers. Okay. Now, there's a seam, or not a seam, but a scribe line. So you're going to take out your scribe tool and you're just going to scribe that line again. There you go. Be careful with your scribe tool. Always put it back as soon as, or always close it up as soon as you're done with it. Always get your scribe lines. Alright, so now on this side I still got to do some sanding. But on this side, sanding looks good. I don't know why that's being so difficult. Being a bit difficult right there, but There we go. Now when we paint over that, we won't see those lines. Just got a little bit of touch up to do, like always. With our Seam Master. All right, seams are ready to go for final sand. And final sand looks like this. So like I said, after you get done letting this cure for 12 to 24 hours, and trust me, you're going to want to let it cure more on the 24-hour side for these. The longer the better. The longer you cure them up, the better. They'll look better, they'll react better. So we have it. And then one more time before I put the part together, I will take care of that, but then we'll come back over here on this side and do the same thing. So I'll cut down to a 600 real quick, see if that'll take care of that. Oh yeah. Super fast. Super fast. So there we go. That's what we got it. All right, we're gonna fix up that one spot. the seam, the scribe line back where I wanted it. There we go. And that is how I do my seam line removal. I don't do it on every kit, and it's always a practice for me. Here is a leg that I finished up. It has a slight, you can see it slightly on these, in the insides right here, but other than that, like, you won't be able to see those lines. When I'm done sanding, it's got a little bit longer to cure up. I sanded this one a little too early last night just to check. So I know I need to leave these overnight. So yeah, and that'll do it. I'll have just 2 more pieces to work on, and then I'll have my 6 parts for this build that have seam lines in them ready to take apart. So thank you guys for stopping in and hanging out with me. I'm gonna get this video uploaded, and you guys have a great day. Stop at Clarksville Hobby Depot.